Welcome to VetMed Trek, where we highlight various veterinary and animal professionals, showcasing their expertise and passions, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two about a thing or two. Today we're trekking around Grand Rapids, Michigan, a large Midwest city known for its good eats, breweries, and close proximity to outdoor recreation. We will be learning about Dr. Adams and how he turned his passion for animals into a large nonprofit called CSNIP. The C stands for community, and we will get a first-hand look about how much Dr. Adams contributes to the community. Let's go. Dr. Adams, thank you for joining me today. Can you walk us through how CSNIP became a nonprofit, and what advice would you give to other high-volume spay and neuter clinics looking to become a nonprofit?
A little bit of history on CSNIP. It was started by a group of animal welfare, local animal welfare people who saw the need for spay neuter services, a lower cost spay neuter services, mainly aimed at reducing euthanasia in shelters. So they started, and so it originally started out as a nonprofit. And then I guess, as far as advantages to nonprofit, first of all, becoming a nonprofit is not difficult. There are some differences. There's, nobody's making investment money off of a nonprofit, so there's no actual owner that's receiving a return on investment. There you are able to accept donations and apply for grants. Currently, our ratio is about 70% of our revenues come from fees that we charge the clients. The other 30% comes from grants and donations. So we are able to supplement our revenue by that to be able to offer a reduced price.
What other community outreach and education does CSNIP provide?
Probably our major one is we do have senior vet students that come here and train in anesthesia and surgery. So we have 3 senior vet students at all times that spend a 3-week rotation with us. So we have about half of the senior class at Michigan State University coming here and getting some training. Otherwise, we do have staff that are in charge of outreach. They're mainly dealing with clients that are having difficulty paying our reduced fee. To come up with ways, we have ways to get payment plans set up. We have ways to further subsidize services if need be. And then we have in the past done vaccination clinics or wellness clinics at the food pantries around town, to kind of bring our services to them, because their transportation is, finances is the number one issue, but transportation is a large concern.
So, Dr. Adams, earlier when you were giving us a tour, you said that your team has probably done about 90 spay or neuters just today alone.
Yeah.
So annually, approximately how many spays and neuters does CSNIP perform?
Yeah, that translates into about 15,000 spays and neuters that we do annually now. We previously had 2 spay neuter locations that we have put into one building here, so that kind of brings both of those numbers into one spot. So yes, it's about a 15,000 animal number for the year.
What made CSNIP expand services beyond spays and neuters, now offering things like dental care, soft tissue surgery, things like that.
Performing the spays and neuters, we were exposed to the the population of pet owners who were struggling to afford care for their animals. So we were seeing firsthand the need for these additional services, both wellness services and then some of the other, mass removals, dental dental problems and things like that too. And the whole idea of this is um, where the spay neuter is more aimed at reducing uh, shelter volumes and euthanasia rates. This is trying to reduce relinquishment, so that we're trying to lower the number of animals that are actually having to go into the shelters by keeping them healthy and giving owners the opportunity that are struggling with barriers to have them have the opportunity to get the care they need so that they can actually keep their animal in their home.
So, on top of running this amazing facility and giving back to the community, you also travel international and go overseas. Where else do you travel and what do you do giving back to other communities that aren't necessarily within reach here in Michigan?
Um, the one I'm mainly involved with is it's called the Mizunte Project, and it is a project that a group of veterinarians started on Mexico's west coast, and it's in the areas that have the most predominant sea turtle breeding areas. And they were having a lot of difficulty with the feral, particularly the feral dog populations, raiding the sea turtles' nests and significantly decreasing the number of sea turtles that were there.
Wow.
So what we've done then is we've taken a group of veterinary students, again senior students, and we go down to Mexico and set up free spay neuter projects in various cities along that west coast of Mexico. And then we were there for like 3 weeks, going to different villages around the area, and doing spay neuter just to try to decrease the number of feral dogs that there are running there. So it's kind of a win-win. We accomplished something for the sea turtle populations, and we also then help the people there, and we also get the students some really good experience because they're actually doing surgery all day long, every day during that time.
Wow.
So
Wow. So, Doc, you give so much to the community, your team, your staff here. What are some ways that the community can help you and volunteer for CSNIP?
I think that um, we do use have volunteers help with a lot of the processes that we have here. Um, they come in and they get all of our paperwork and things arranged. Like today, they will be working on the paperwork that we're going to be using tomorrow. So they take that load off of um, our CSR team. We also have volunteers that come in and help wash instruments and do laundry. So that's something that we don't have to pay additional staff to do. And so we have volunteers. They don't, they're not, it's not the same person every day, but over the course of the week, there's somebody here each day helping with that. Um, and the other way then too is, realizing that, when I talk about us working with the community and helping to subsidize some of the people who can't afford our fees, that money has to come from somewhere. And so, helping with donations where you can is a big part of that, because like I said, 30% of our revenue has to come from those types of sources. So those two are probably the biggest ways that they can help.
So we are wrapping up with Dr. Adams. Thank you so much for your time and everything you do
Thank
for
you
the
for having me.
community. Absolutely. And things that you have such a giving, kind heart. And you can see that here. You can see it in the workflow, you can see it in the staff. So if anybody has any questions or wants to give back, this is a very good way that you can give back to the community and help Dr. Adams with his vision and his mission.